What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, what I want to do is talk about and show you how to install the theme unit test data. This is important to do because it gives you the ability to see how your theme is coming around while developing, to see how various elements that are already predetermined will be displayed. Before we get to that, if you want to support this project, the WordPress theme development with DevWP, head on over to pixsomeweb.com, WordPress themes, and consider purchasing DevWP. I've put in thousands of hours and years into creating this workflow, and by following this series of videos, you'll get a jump start on your theme development. Also, consider checking out some of my other videos. You can see how we've evolved over the years from very basic workflows into a highly advanced WordPress theme development workflow. In order to get the theme unit test data, you'll go to codex.wordpress.org/theme_units_test. And then we're right here. We could download a copy, right click it, save as, and we're going to put it into our htdocs folder. Save it there. All right, so that's an XML file that we just downloaded. All right, so there's a couple of ways to install this into your WordPress website. So let's start up our servers. Let's go back to the browser, and we see we have the underscores theme with the default content that we uploaded before when we used WP-CLI to automatically generate this content. So one way is to log into the site, and then from here, we can go to Tools, Import. We could install the WordPress importer plugin, and then once it's done installing, we can run the importer. We could choose a file, and we could choose that XML file right there. I'm actually going to change the name of the file just to make it easier to type out, because what I'm going to show you is another way to install this with WP-CLI. But first, let me show you this way. We would open it. I would change the authors to your demo account, then download and import the file attachments, and then you will click Submit. This will take some time, so let it run its course. And once it's done, you'll get the message, Import WordPress, all done, have fun. Then you can go to the front of the site, and you can see that we have a new menu up here. We have to go into our dashboard, go to Tools, actually Settings, Permalinks, Save Changes. Let's go to Post. Let's view, and we see we have those there. Now, obviously, this is not styled yet, but we have the content being brought in. But I'm going to show you another way. And again, that's using WP-CLI. So we could delete everything from here because I want to do this over again. We can go to Post. We can select all and delete everything. Same thing with Pages. We can do everything from the GUI, or we could use the command line. So let's do that. Let's go to VS Code. Let me close the sidebar here, make this bigger. Let's type out WP plugin list, and that's to give us a list of the installed plugins and their status. And we can see we have the WordPress importer plugin right there. So what I'm going to do is delete that plugin from here. We're going to first deactivate it, and we're going to use that slug. So we're typing out WP plugin deactivate, and then the name of the plugin we want to deactivate. Then hit enter, and now we type out WP plugin list again. We see that it's inactive. So now we could delete it. And you see it's no longer there. All right, so now the reason why I want to do that is because I want to show you how to install and activate a plugin directly from the command line, and then how to empty an entire site by deleting all the posts and pages and media, etc. And then we're going to install or upload the theme unit test data directly from the command line, all without having to go through the GUI. And we're going to do this in individual commands, but you could actually create a bash script like we did with the automation process of installing and configuring WordPress itself. But that's for another video. All right, so what we're going to do now is type out the command WP site empty. Then hit enter. It's going to give you the comment, are you sure you want to empty the site of all posts, links, comments, and terms? Hit yes, and you got the success. Let's go back to the browser and see what that looks like now. Let's reload this page. And now we see it's empty. Let's go to Posts. That's empty. Media. And that's empty. All right, so now we have everything empty over here on the front end. So if we go to the front itself, you see nothing is found. All right, let's go back to VS Code. And then from here, what I'm going to do is first import the WordPress importer plugin. And then what I'll do is activate that plugin. And now it's active. So now what we could do is if we go up a directory, you see we have our testdata.xml file right there. Let me go back into WP test. So what we're going to do now is import that XML file into our local WordPress website. So to do that, type out WP import, and we have to use the .. to go up a directory. And then we're going to type out test. I'll hit tab completion so we know it's the right file in the right directory. But then I'm going to type out -- authors skip. All right, so what this command should do is take the test data and import it into our local site. Let's see how that works. And it actually happens a lot faster than if you go in the route of installing it via the GUI. And once it's done, you'll get the success finished importing from the test data file. Let's go back to the browser and see how that looks. Let's reload the page. And now you see we have all that content over here. If we click on the actual post itself, you see we have it right there. All right, so now let's see if we can regenerate some of the images, because we did get some images when we imported that file. So let's go back to VS Code. And from here, I'll type out WP media regenerate. Do you really want to regenerate all images? Type yes, and it'll go through the process of regenerating all those images. All right, so we have the success. It regenerated all the images on our site. Now we can type out WP plugin list, and let's delete the WordPress importer since we no longer need it. We use the delete command, WP plugin delete WordPress importer, and it deleted the WordPress importer plugin. And you see the success message. Let's go back to the browser. Let's go to plugins, installed, and you see it's no longer there. We skipped the process of deactivating it by just deleting it via the command line. So we do get this message up here. That's fine. All right, so hopefully you found this video helpful. If you can, head over to pixelmurb.com and consider supporting the project, DevWP. It's a WordPress theme development workflow that I developed over the past few years, putting in over thousands of hours in order to create this workflow in a very efficient and productive manner. If you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification icon. And I'll catch you in the next video. Happy coding.